Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I'm going to be going over my predictions for the KSI versus Joe Fournier fight and the entire undercard. So we're going to start off with the prelims here. The first fight is Zuckles versus the mystery fighter, and as it's a mystery fighter, it's very hard to predict who's going to win. And I don't even know who the mystery fighter is going to be because it is on the prelims, and I don't think it's going to be any gigantic name if it is on the prelims. But let's just go. I said mystery fighter last time for the first mystery fighter that we had, and it was Pineda, so we're gonna go for it again. The next fight is Luis Nestor versus Archie. Now this, I can't lie, this prelim fight seems dead. I don't know who's gonna win, but I'm gonna go for Luis Nestor because that's a cool name. Now the next fight, I actually know a little bit about one of the fighters. I know who Korn is. He's a very funny guy on Twitter, made some good tweets. Unbear, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. I have no clue who he is, but I did see that he put a Misfits poster into some gallery. I have no fucking clue. Who I think is going to win this fight, I'm not too sure, because like everyone on the prelim cards that have been announced, we haven't seen much or any footage at all of them boxing. So, but I want Korn to win because I find him funny, to be honest, and you know, I feel like that's another, you know, he's big on Twitter. Maybe he can become like a, not necessarily a superstar, but another big name, sort of like a Salt Papi. Now this next fight, the final fight on the prelims, the main event for the prelims, Boogie versus Wings. Oh my days, this is a fight that I'm pretty sure everyone is excited for because it's just, look at them, it speaks for itself. This is a amazing fight. It may not be the technical, may not be like anything like to wow people, but it's just going to be like it's just a funny fucking fight. And I've only seen Boogie train. I've not seen anything from Wings, so I'm just going to say Boogie's just going to go for it, but I may be fucking completely wrong. Now the first fight on the main card is Lil Belzy versus Morgan Lee. Now I've seen more of Lee training than this girl, but I think this girl's had a fight already before. She doesn't look too bad, but we've seen with the female fighters before that in the open workouts they haven't looked too bad. You can see there she's got fast hands, but I'm not too sure on who is actually going to win this fight. I mean, you can pretty much say that for every fight, but there's surely, you know, going to be clear favorites whenever there is a fight, and I'm not too sure who is the clear favorite here, but I'm just going to go with Belzy just because of the experience, and she does look pretty good as well. But it wouldn't surprise me if Morgan Lee actually came in and won as well. Now the fight after that is another women's fight, and it's between someone called Paige Keiki and Tennessee. I've honestly, again, no clue who these guys are, but you know, respect. I have zero clue who's going to win. I'm just going to say this Paige girl jumping very nicely. And the fight after that is another shit fight, DK Money versus some Spanish guy. You know, hopefully DK Money wins, get back to winning ways. You know, he looks like he wants to improve, but you know, this isn't, you know, a good fight. Now this is where the card gets good. Salt Papi versus Anthony Taylor. I don't need to show any footage of them boxing because we all know what both of them can do. You know, Anthony Taylor, he's not, I don't count him as a journeyman, but he is a very experienced fighter, and he's a challenge, especially for influencers. But when he's going up against guys like Tommy Fury, Idris Virgo, he can't win against those guys. But against Salt Papi, a guy that's, you know, is he just starting out? Has he got experience? You know, we know that he's a very talented fighter. This is a very tough fight for Salt Papi, and this is actually a very tough fight for Anthony Taylor as well. But I'm going to say Salt Papi with the win. I'm going to say, because it's only 3 rounds, I'm going to say it goes a distance. I don't think there might be a knockout, but I think Anthony Taylor is going to do what he did against Idris Virgo. Start off well, and then slug it out for the rest of the rounds, and then see what happens. I think Salt Papi gets the win by decision, though, but it wouldn't surprise me if Salt Papi gets a knockout. But I don't think Anthony Taylor has, I think he has what it takes to win, but I don't think he will win, if that makes any sense. Now the fight after that, Deji versus Swarms. It's a great fight. Nice to see Deji back, nice to see Swarms back. But for me, I love both these fighters. I love Deji, you know, from my childhood, you know, watching him and KSI. Swarms, he's just a character. He's just a really funny guy, and he's sort of grown on me. And I really want both these, I want them both to win, but you obviously can't. So the best scenario for me is a draw, but I don't think they're going to draw. And I think Swarms is actually, you know, disregarding Floyd Mayweather, because Deji, you know, Floyd wasn't, you know, he was going easy on Deji. We all know what happened in that fight. Apart from Floyd Mayweather, Swarms, in my opinion, is Deji's toughest fight, because he fought Jake when he wasn't good. He fought Jake at the start of his career, and I think when you look at in terms of technical ability, he's better than every opponent that he's faced so far, apart from Jake. I think Swarms is actually going to surprise a lot of people, and as I said, you know, he fought Jake at the start of his career. Deji did, you know, and Jake wasn't that good. Deji's improved now, but Swarms has also improved. He's better than Fuzi. I think he's better than Alex Wasabi, and I think he's better than the guy he fought on the TikTok YouTube card. I think Swarms has improved, but I think Deji's experience and his ability is just going to be enough. But I don't think there's going to be a knockout. I think it's going to be a close fight, and it's going to go the distance. Now, obviously, the main event is KSI versus Joe Fournier, and if I'm being honest, I think KSI is going to win, and I think it's going to be by knockout. I'm hoping Joe Fournier puts on a decent performance. I don't want him to win, but I just want him to put on a good performance to make sure that KSI actually gets tested in this fight, because temper, Swarms, Pineda is not a test. Joe Fournier, he's got more boxing experience, and, you know, he's been in there in the ring 9-10 times. You know, he may not be the best boxer, but in terms of everyone that influencer boxers have fought apart from Tommy Fury, I think this is the best guy out there. Maybe you can make a case for Anderson Silva, but I think KSI is going to get it done, and I think he's going to get it done by knockout in round 4.